Welcome to Wallace Wade Stadium on the campus of Duke University, and customarily a trip here involves a journey to K-ville. Instead, you will be engulfed by the Wade Wackos, the Duke fans ready for their Blue Devils to go to work. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Clemson Tigers, taking on a team from the ACC, the Duke Blue Devils. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Blue Devils will get this season underway as toe meets leather. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten for the touchback. They'll start this drive going to the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Now, guys, when you're talking about Clemson, the good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, in the past, you can do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game a few years back, and no one expected much of them that season either, so you never know. What's important is what people believe inside your own locker room. This team thinks they can do some really special things this year, and they get a chance to start strong here in week 1.
Line getting set on second down. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
It's a defense that prides themselves on taking the football away. They believe they could impact this game with turnovers, and they get an interception on the opening drive. Wasn't a big return, but that doesn't matter. They stole a possession, and that is huge for their confidence.
This offense has it with really good field position. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up second and inches.
Wide receiver going in motion. Give to the tailback. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
And the Blue Devils will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll move the tight end. Trying to power it in. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Slams ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Blue Devils. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. It takes advantage of great field position.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Guys, let's chat a little bit about Clemson. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Give to the back. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. He's loose on the left. He's up to 55 yards rushing in this game. What a way to start the new season. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back, and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll go right back to him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Grabs it in the middle. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Tigers. The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point is good. They put together an 81-yard drive, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Well, they'll try to follow suit here. Dropping back, it's Bryant. Pocket breaking down. Sets up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
The Blue Devils with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it up to 49.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. They'll send the tight end in motion. Direct snap. Hard running there. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
You see, this is what great defenses do. Great defenses swarm to the football. So when you do miss a tackle, it's not the end of the world. There's another guy right there to wrap him up. Great defenses seem like they got 12 guys on the field. Nice job swarming to the football, engulfing the running back.
And the Blue Devils now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Finds the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And you could tell they set up the screen action, but how about the ability to adjust, right? I see what the defense is giving me. You going to leave that open? Okay, I'm going to take it right now.
It'll be third and long. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Looking downfield on first down. Good timing on the quick out. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
He's got him this time. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Wide receiver comes in motion. The RPO, it's complete. There he goes. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
That is a total bust by the defense. You can't go out there with 6 DBs and allow a wide receiver to be that wide open make the catch, and then even make a nice run after it. Somebody made a big mistake in the back end.
Pressure coming. It's complete to the left. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll try the run. Fights off a defender. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Now you know why you do all of those squats, all of those deadlifts, extra time in the weight room.
No doubt. Get that lower body strength so you can just shed people off.